Pro Wrestling Weekly. For over 20 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment radio talk.
Is cooking.
WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
You really do sound like a
grizzled old vet. Is that where you were going with there?
Yes.
To not get you in trouble?
Oh, I'll get in trouble at some point. Believe me, I'll do something.
Well, to keep you out of trouble in this case, at least.
And now, here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Ooh, I'm getting good at this radio thing.
Yeah. It only took you 5.5 years.
I'm not good at it yet. I'm starting.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Slowest escalator upward.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch. The gang is all here. The band is back together.
Yes.
For one last time?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Much to your chagrin, no.
You're not pulling a your dad in this case.
No, I'm not
Dean
pulling
Ambrose?
a Dad Ambrose.
Dad Ambrose, no.
No.
Disappearing after WrestleMania. No.
Oh, he disappeared after I was born. What are you talking about? We're gonna be playing this whole angle.
Can you blame him?
No, not really.
Admission is the first step to recovery. Yeah, there you go. Grab a sip. Anyway, as you're taking care of that here, what we've got
to turn away from the mic as I'm doing it because no one wants to hear that. Or that. Sorry.
Should I just turn it off now? Just.
I think you're good.
Oh, okay. I was about ready to. So I do have some good news in terms of the fallout from Fastlane. In terms of our picks, we all did pretty doggone good.
Did I even send you my predictions? I thought
yes, you did.
You did.
I could have sworn I forgot to.
No,
I was good. I was good. Okay.
I was diligent.
Totally did. Making sure. Just checking.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it was at looks like it was about midway through the show, but you got it. You got it in time.
Awesome.
There's the text confirmation.
Yes.
As I put my phone up to Lucas's face just to
providing
confirm.
Visuals on an audio-based medium.
Well, that's why I was describing it to give the
We are
audio.
so good at what we do.
Descriptions.
Yeah, that's
enough
painting the
out of
picture.
You. No, I'm joking. Joking, obviously.
Joking.
So yeah, granted there was one match that ended up getting scrapped, so it didn't count, and there was one that got kind of shifted around, so it obviously wasn't part of the deal either. What was supposed to be a pre-show match between Andrade and Rey Mysterio, that they ended up getting moved into a fatal four-way match for the United States Championship. And
who was a part of it? I know Senior Joe was. I'm so happy he's United States Champion.
Mm-hmm. And the other was the former champ, R-Truth.
What's up?
Wow, that was a little bit of a pause that you had there.
I think he's extremely entertaining. Truth is.
Yes. And then the other match that got put in was a little bit of a swerve in a sense, in that we thought Kofi Kingston was going to get the match that he was looking for the title after it kind of being pulled out from under him, but nope. Mr. McMahon decided to instead put Kofi Kingston in a handicap match against both members of the Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah. Did you see his promo from SmackDown?
See it. I have the audio here.
Yes,
that
was it, dude. It legitimately brought tears to my eyes a little bit. It was so good.
Making Twitch cry, brah.
Kofi, brah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, going back to Mitch here, with everything that was shifted around here in the 8 matches that ended up happening as scheduled, because the card is always subject to change, you went 7-1.
I did?
You did.
I did.
Yeah, the only one that was, that was where you were daring to be different was you were going for size mattering as far as Nia Jackson Tamina over the Boss and Hug connection.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's certainly not a bad pick. And in fairness, you matched up with Twitch as he went 7-1 as well.
Huh.
The only one being off was the pre-show match, the New Day beating Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, going for that international connection, I suppose.
It's weird what they're doing with them, but fair enough. Thought maybe it would set up for maybe a match at Mania, something along those lines, maybe.
Well, possibly. I mean, there's a few fallouts that are coming from this, and we'll get into the so far lineup for WrestleMania, which is just 3 weeks away.
And it's looking very nice already.
It most certainly is. But one other note, and this is probably only the 4th time in the almost 10 years that I've been hosting the show that I'm able to do this. Yes, I went perfect on my picks, so I had to bust out the Mr. Perfect theme.
Oh, what's that? What's that, Miss? So you get on my case for grandstanding and hot dogging.
Yeah, this is 4 times in 10 years, not weekly. That was a growl of "you are right and I hate you for it."
I don't do that on purpose. I'm not like Hogan.
Meanwhile, keeping people like Mr. Perfect in the shadows.
No! You're the host of the show! What are you talking about?
But yes, for those who missed Fastlane, the New Day beating Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, the Usos retaining the SmackDown tag titles, and how about Shane O'Mac going after not just The Miz, but The Miz's dad, who was in the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting, and we knew there was going to be a turn. We didn't, but I'm not going to lie, I'm very intrigued. I'm actually almost happy because now Miz is actually going to get I'm hoping people are actually going to cheer Miz as a face. You know,
As a
like you're
good guy,
supposed
yeah.
to. You got that reaction in Cleveland. I just got I was smiling ear to ear. I'm like, finally. Finally. Because this guy's, look, Miz has always been so good at what he does. Whether that mean, in terms of being a heel. And everyone, last year when he cut that worked shoot promo on Daniel Bryan, were like, oh my God, The Miz is so... I'm just thinking to myself, you guys are just realizing this? Few months ago, you wanted him to go away and get fired. But you're just gonna... Okay, no, it's cool. You can just realize it now. Oh.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Didn't even mean to do that. I'm sorry. Is my mic
You're
off?
creating your own sound effects over there, apparently.
Is my mic off?
No, your mic's on.
No, your mic is on.
No, what's... Oh, I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Only been doing this for... I've
It has been
already said
it's been a very tumultuous and long week, Fearon.
Yeah, it has. But that is setting up one of the matches for WrestleMania. It will be the tag team breakup that you love so much. It's going to be Shane McMahon against The Miz, one-on-one at WrestleMania 35.
I mean, that tag run only really lasted about 2 months. It's not...
Well, but it's... I mean, it's a huge clash of... these are two of the best in the world, as we saw from that thing halfway across the world. No, we're not buying that.
Nope.
No. We're not going to have.
Not at all.
The best in the world explode at WrestleMania 35. No? Okay.
Nope, that's a no from me.
That's a
I mean,
no
the
for
match
you?
in itself is a yes, but the whole best friends, bitter enemies thing, no, not at all. Team conflict of interest had that. This was coming a mile away, and I'm so here for it.
Fair enough. Asuka beating Mandy Rose to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship.
No brainer.
We had mentioned the Bar beating Kofi Kingston in that scheduled match that, well, McMahon did announce there was going to be a triple threat for the title. He just didn't say that Kofi Kingston was going to be in it. What a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll hear more about that coming up a little bit later. The Revival, they retained the Raw tag titles in a triple threat tag match, beating Aleister Black and Ricochet, as well as Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. We mentioned the United States title match, as well as the women's tag titles. And then, of course, there was that WWE Championship. It was supposed to be Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens one-on-one, but Mustafa Ali got added into the mix. I guess it was a make good as an injury precluded him from being involved in Elimination Chamber, and that's what caused Kofi Kingston to take that particular spot. So there's certainly justification for it, but yeah, if Ali somehow had won, I would have thrown that out in terms of the picks because he wasn't part of the match.
Yeah.
And, well, Becky Lynch ended up beating Charlotte Flair by disqualification as Ronda Rousey interjected herself and hit Lynch to include her in the match. So it's now going to be Lynch, Flair, and Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's title.
It's it's going to be good. It's going to be a very good match. I just really wanted to see. It should have been Becky and Ronda, but I understand, I guess, what they're doing. But I'm hoping Becky's going to win regardless, because that just seems where it's headed.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know how many feel-good moments they can have in the same night necessarily.
It's going to be in New York. It's going to be a very babyface heavy WrestleMania. That's my theory, at least.
Well, we will certainly see in 3 weeks' time. And speaking of babyface or good guy heavy, The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins getting the band back together one more time, beating Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley in that 6-man tag.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, we'll see Dean in potentially other pastures after WrestleMania.
Go get him, Dad.
There you go. And a quick look based on things. So far, there are 7 matches set up for WrestleMania 35. We already mentioned a couple of them in the women's title match and Shane McMahon against The Miz. And a couple were set up over the course of the week here through some various things, and we'll get into those.
Give me what I want, Hunter. Give me what I want. You know what you want to get. You won't give it to me because you're not in control, but give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, Hunter.
Yeah, that made me scratch my head a little bit, but yes, we are getting what Batista wanted. It's going to be Triple H against Batista in a no-holds-barred match.
Yep.
So that means we'll see something of Hulk Hogan and Zeus? No, not that, no-holds-barred.
No. Would be great if it was Hulk Hogan and McMahon style from Mania 19.
Well, yeah, that's...
Minus the, flipping people off and such. But
of course.
that caliber of...
It was a different time.
It's a very good Hogan match for a modern time, I'm not going to lie.
That is true.
And that it gave us that iconic gif of McMahon peeking up
with the blood, just crimson mask with the ear-to-ear grin.
Yes.
Yeah, that is...
that is something we need to show Mitch at some point.
I think I've seen it before.
Well, you're going to see it again.
Okay.
Speaking of taking control, my goodness. Yeah. Even if you're not in control, you're giving him what he wants.
Yep.
Apparently. Also, we've got the
No,
Cruiserweight...
I'm giving him what he needs.
Giving him what he...
That gif, it needs to be seen.
Also, the Cruiserweight title on the line. Buddy Murphy defending against the winner of the tournament, which the tournament finals are going to be this Wednesday. It's going to be Cedric Alexander and Tony Nese. The winner of that takes on Buddy Murphy.
I can see Tony Nese winning this tournament. Although, it would be almost a full circle thing of, I could see them telling the story of Cedric. Last year at WrestleMania, he walked in and won the Cruiserweight Championship. Could we see the same thing tonight? But then it would be refreshing to see Tony Nese, because I don't know, it's hard to gauge whether or not Buddy Murphy is a bad guy or not, so.
Kind of a tweener, in a
essentially.
sense. And the other... Well, we'll preview the other two, but the other match that is definitely set is Brock Lesnar against Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. And that is going to be interesting as we get 3 weeks of Paul Heyman gesturing and posturing and giving his usual bravado regarding his client, Brock Lesnar. No, I'm not doing the gravelly voice.
They did bring out, I think they're teasing a little bit of a Minnesota Stretching Crew deal.
Yeah, is Shelton Benjamin making an appearance? That was a little bit of a shocker here.
It was a treat.
A little bit of a treat. And then there's a match where we don't know the opponent yet, but we had this announcement that came from Monday Night Raw, which was in Pittsburgh. the hometown of one Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle.
23 years ago, I left Pittsburgh to compete in the Olympic Games. You can say this with me, where I won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. That win led me to the WWE, where I have traveled the world for over 20 years. And I have faced and defeated just about every legend and Hall of Famer this business has to offer. But no matter where I went, I've always considered Pittsburgh my hometown. And that's why I wanted to save this announcement for tonight. At WrestleMania, I will compete in my farewell match. I'd like to thank the WWE. I'd like to thank every superstar that I shared the locker room with, but most importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you. You made it so much fun for me. I literally had the time of my life. Thank you.
Yes, so there it is. Kurt Angle, his farewell match, which, I mean, he is 50. He has put his body through a lot in those 23 years. I mean, that neck has not been the same since prior to winning that gold medal back in the 96 games.
And it wasn't like it's not like it was the only damage it had suffered during his time.
Oh, of course not. So, I mean, the fact that he's been able to go at a fairly high level for as long as he has is a testament to his endurance and ability.
I mean, he was able to go at like a very, very high level, and obviously, I don't want to say that he's lost a step because he can still go, but he is. You're not going to see him do that moonsault or anything like that. But I'm sure that, and what I'm hoping for is they're going to give him someone who's going to be able to give him like a mat classic. Unfortunately, Daniel Bryan. He had said before that Daniel Bryan wanted Daniel Bryan to be his last match. And
that doesn't look to be the case here.
No, but it's still. I did see today on Instagram a certain King of Bros had essentially said, "Let me at him," which would be a great match.
Yeah,
probably wouldn't happen, but it would be great to see.
Yeah, put that up in your fantasy warfare on the old WWF magazine. I know I just dated myself with that one.
Vic Venom.
Yeah, it was back in the Vic Venom days. Exactly, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, different bro.
Yeah, different bro. But Matt's still the original bro. Bro.
He was in like second grade when all that was going on, bro. Okay, maybe he wasn't that young.
Okay.
But pretty close.
Bro.
Yeah, anyway. So, yes, we have Kurt Angle against a yet-to-be-determined opponent. And then there's one other match that, certainly has an interesting foundation set to it, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on the other side. We'll also get to Ed from Northeast Philly, who's been hanging on. We got to take our first time out here, and we'll get into a whole bunch more news, notes, and everything else here on the other side. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, this is Sarah Floyd, Director of Care Advocacy, and we're Bucks County Elder Law, a life care planning law firm. It's not easy talking to loved ones or friends about long-term care. However, the reality is things happen, and people are naturally lousy planners who tend to be overly optimistic. It's no fun reminding people that they may need long-term care. One way to get people to take action is to discuss the benefits of planning versus the consequences of not planning. At Bucks County Elder Law, we empower you to make the best legal, care, and planning decisions for you and your family. We invite you to call us today at 215-493-0727 to schedule a free initial consultation and to join us each Tuesday at 9 a.m. for Senior Legal Strategies right here on WBCB. And visit our website at www.buckscountyelderlaw.com.
Over-the-counter pain medications can be bought without a prescription and are intended to reduce fever and temporarily relieve minor aches and pains. There are two main types of over-the-counter pain medicines, acetaminophen and NSAIDs. Although both types of pain medications treat the same symptoms, they work in different ways and have different risks and benefits. That's why it's important to always read and follow the drug facts label on your medicine. If you have any questions, ask your healthcare professional or pharmacist.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
If you're 55 and older and want a new career path, Morrisville Senior Center is the place to be. There's going to be a free job training offer there starting on April 1st. That's right. They are offering free training in computer skills and career workshops for anyone looking to start a new business venture. Morrisville Senior Center is partnering up with Bucks County Community College. To reserve your seat, call 215-295-0567. That's a free job training program, 215-295-0567.
I just finished up work. I walk in, and then he goes, "How's it going? Can I get you something like a bleeping watch?"
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
And you said, "Oh, you took it well." I'm like, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
You can't win. What am I gonna do? Heckle? No. You see how that works out?
Well, things working out a little bit better today here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Because none of us in here, one, are comedians, and we all showed up on time. Just want to note that. Myself included, am not a comedian.
True, you're just unintentionally funny.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
No, unintentional.
Don't agree. Don't agree.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
get to agree just yet, Mitch. Earn your stripes before you can start slagging on me.
Oh, didn't you know he did while you were away for those 6 weeks in a row?
Yeah, you know?
No, I don't. And you points at Fearon.
The burn.
And you.
The burn.
Stop it.
I'll get some aloe for that after the show.
Oh, so original.
An
I'll
oldie
take
but a
that
goodie.
No, just an oldie.
Well, we'll go ahead and go to a goodie via the phones with a look at the local scene. How about let's go to Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Good afternoon. Big Bang Theory reference.
Big Bang Theory.
Sheldon said that a couple times on the show.
What?
About aloe and burn.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what? That's probably where I got it from because my mom watches a lot of the Big Bang Theory. So it's just one of those subliminal things that got put in there.
It is a good show. It's a very good show.
Anyway, WWE's had. I'll get back to that in a second. You went to Capitol last week?
Yes.
Capitol Wrestling?
I was at Capitol last week.
The next show for them is April 7th.
Watch your step. It is going to be at the
Yes.
Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. I forget the name of the actual
Metro
building.
Columbus.
Did you just threaten Ed?
No, that's the name of the event.
The name of the event is called Watch Your Step.
Yes.
Okay, you got to be a little more clear with these things here.
Well, originally it was going to be in Newark, which was a reference to the band The Fugees, who are from that area. It's a song by them, I suppose. And
probably it's a song that can't be titled on the air. Is that where you're...
No, it's called... I think the song is Watch Your Step, or something like that.
Oh, all right.
Or, no, it's Ready or Not. Ready or Not. I'm sorry. Not Watch Your Step. You know why? I'm thinking Watch Your Step? First of all, I was listening to Protect Your Neck on the car, and that's one of Watch Your Step, kid. And also, it was in I'm gonna stop. It's called Ready or Not. It's called Ready or Not. That's in reference to the Fugees. God, I suck.
You're having more than a day here today.
I think he needs a timeout.
Wow.
Whoa.
I had to throw that one in.
I was gonna say, do you want to come back after the second time out or the second commercial break and be a little bit little less seethy?
You know, if everyone could just stop attacking me, it'd be fantastic. I'm Just
Attack
trying
of
to
the
live my
Twitch.
life. I'm only human. Barely that, but still.
Attack of the Twitch.
No, it's Attack of the Mitch and Burgundy. And you, Ed. If I thought that this was the trio that was going to be my downfall.
Wow, we got Twitch Venom in the house here, bro.
No, because there's not going to be any pole matches or anything like that, bro.
Duly noted. Anyway, Ed.
Yeah, HOH is coming back with Icons June 8th at the 2300 Arena.
Okay, that's a couple of months away here at least, but a chance to get a little planning in here.
And I don't know if you said this last week about Impact tapings in Philly.
I did not, so by all means, feel free to elaborate.
In May 3rd and 4th at the 2300 Arena.
That should certainly be a goodie. I was trying to look up a little bit more about the Collector Fest, and it looks like they still have all the info from this past December up.
They should be having it shortly.
Well, they'll probably update it soon. Yeah, that certainly makes sense. Maybe the 2300 Arena has something up, but the HOH might also. But yeah, went to the Collector Fest first, and it still has the previously dated event.
There's a WrestleMania viewing party up in Croydon.
Oh yes.
Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company.
The Neshaminy Creek Brewery over in Croydon. Just went over there not too long ago. With Mitch and his pop. Mitch, of course, had a soda in that case, as well we know it here in the city. Yeah, I know. My Canadian just came out there, eh?
And
you're just nodding along. Twitch does not want to open his mouth for fear of putting his foot in it.
That and potentially hitting the dump button.
Oh.
Not in blatantly cursing, just insinuating, making jokes. But I didn't.
Okay. Just gonna hover over that
No. Okay,
you know, like a game show contestant over a plunger here.
Okay, no, not. No. Ah! Foot in the mouth. I didn't even mean to that time.
Now it's your turn. I said that a couple of weeks ago. Something stupid.
Well, we all have those moments. Yeah. If I had $1 for every time I have over the course of the last 10 years of this show, I could take a very lucrative vacation. Or maybe at least have front row seats at WrestleMania.
WrestlePro is there next weekend at
the
Neshaminy Creek.
That's right, this coming Saturday, 1 week from today, the Hops and Headlocks 2 event. With a lot of the stars from WrestlePro, including a good friend of ours, Leon St. Giovanni, LSG.
Yes.
One of the factory folk who also does a lot of work. He's contracted with Ring of Honor as well.
Yes.
And Shakira has a Young Lions Cup this afternoon and this evening at the Wrestle Factory.
Oh man, there's a lot going on. Then of course tonight there's the Monster Factory event at the MFPW down in Paulsboro, New Jersey. That's where Twitch and I will be.
And something for Dave from Chicago. I think CM Punk is down there for an autograph signing next weekend.
Huh.
I guess he might be coming back into wrestling, maybe.
No, he just wants money. And fair enough to him, isn't it? No, he's just doing an autograph signing.
Yeah, it's just like when somebody arrives in the town on Royal Rumble weekend, the speculation, are they going to be in the Rumble? There's a lot of speculation with CM Punk.
Or it's like all the, how all the indie stars around SummerSlam weekend, they're like, who's going to be the crowd at TakeOver? It's like, well, they also do indie shows based around that weekend, right? Like, it's become a mini WrestleMania weekend.
That's true. That's about it.
Alrighty, well, appreciate the look at the local scene and appreciate the laughs that we all shared, or at least almost all of us shared here, apparently.
I promise to behave next week.
Okay, we have a promise of behavior next week. We will see how that plays out here. But I thank you so much for the call, Ed, and we'll catch up with you next week. And well, we talked about it over the course of the last segment here. Let's get into the other WrestleMania match that had a little bit of a foundation, thanks to let's just say that this was essentially a case of whose house is this anyway.
This is the house that AJ Styles built, right? Well, what I don't understand is in 2002, AJ Styles was wrestling for $10 a night in a high school gymnasium in front of 12 people, while I was here making my WWE in-ring debut. In 2004, AJ Styles was shaking hands with his opponents in the bingo halls, and I was here becoming the youngest WWE champion ever. In 2005, AJ was down in Florida getting a tan with Dixie Carter, while I was here facing The Undertaker at WrestleMania. In 2006, 2007, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I was here and I was a champion. This isn't the house that AJ Styles built. This house was built long before AJ Styles ever stepped foot in this ring. This is the house that Randy Orton built.
Wow, Randy. For someone who looks down on the indies, you sure did follow my career pretty closely. Hey, I'm flattered. And you're right, I did come from the indies, and I'm proud of it too. Guys like you weren't made for my world. You were built for the WWE. And that's a good thing, because guys like you would not have made it in my world. Hey, not with things like a knockoff diamond cutter.
Now, wait just a second. Are you telling me, as you stand here in this ring, face to face, man to man, that you and none of your little indie pals ever ripped anybody off?
As he delivers the too sweet sign.
Oh, that's good. My indie pals? Well, take a look around. Take a look around backstage. You're surrounded by them. You see, they earned the right to be here in the WWE. They didn't go to their father to get them a job.
Nobody has ever had to help me get where I am.
Evolution. Evolution, you remember that team of yours? How about the Legacy? No? You forgot about that one? Here's the one that everyone seemed to have forgotten. Rated RKO, you and Edge? Forget about that one? Oh, here's a good one. The Wyatt family. Sounds like to me, you had a lot of babysitters. Don't get me wrong, Randy, you're exactly who you say you are. You are a Viper. You use everyone around you, and when you're done with them, you toss them to the curb. That's why I got the jump on you at WWE Fastlane, because I'm not gonna be your next victim.
You don't have a choice. You don't get to choose. As long as you want to rent a room out in my house, see, I'm the landlord, and rent's due, you son of a bitch. And you can make that check out to the most destructive 3 letters in sports entertainment. RKO.
You want to rent, Randy? Well, come and take it.
It sounds like the challenge has been issued by AJ Styles. Will the Viper accept a battle at WrestleMania?
Well, the answer to that was yes, and that is one of the matches that we will have. Definitely not a house on a pole match by any means, but well, it's a callback to the
House of Horrors.
Well, no, we definitely don't want that. But no, AJ Styles and Randy Orton, two very established stars, and a lot of personal digs there back and forth.
Oh, it was great. And that ending line, "I'm the landlord and your rent's up, you son of a..."
Yeah.
Biscuit-eating bulldog.
Yeah, but careful. Yeah.
That's why I quoted the Orbit commercial.
There you go. That works too. Or you could go Piper.
What the French toast?
Son of an unnamed goat. That's another. That was an old Piper one that he used to do. So there are the 7 matches set up here, and we'll take care of our second bit of business. Got a lot of news and whatnot to get into, but well, one big thing to note about: lots of fun stuff coming up here over the next 8 days for the last hurrah at the Bristol Broken Goblet spot, including tonight. There's music on stage from Love Killed Kurt. And, well, yeah, just one more week to check out the old...
That's a great reference.
Great band name, yes. Only one more week to check out the old spot before a roughly month-long respite to finish up the new spot in Bensalem. And part of the last call this week, there's a Jackbox.tv tournament on Tuesday, Quizzo from the Dark Side on Wednesday with prizes worth more than $200.
Whoa.
Yeah. Thursday is Mike Estabrook and his Cavalcade of Stars at 8 p.m., and Friday is an intimate and animated evening with Righteous Jolly making his return to the Goblet. So I'm sure you'll see me there in some capacity on at least a couple of the nights there, going out for some fun, good old times here. We'll come back. We've got some news and notes to get into as we've kind of touched on everything else here. But
what about Kofi and...
Well, we've got that to get into as well, yeah. I don't want to forget about Kofi. I don't want to give any disrespect, as there's already been plenty given by Mr. McMahon, and we'll get into that on the other side as well. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Lee Piccarello, inviting you to tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. to The Head Game, a must-listen show for athletes and coaches of all levels and ages. Mindful Athlete Training in Newtown, Pennsylvania is a mental circuit training program that prepares the athletes to perform at the highest level of today's game. Athletes get into the zone faster and stay there longer. Tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. right here on WBCB 1490 AM and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Catch the ultimate wager and watch experience only at Chickies and Pete's. Place a bet at either the new sportsbook at Parks Casino or the sportsbook at the Tropicana, and then watch it pay off just steps away at the Chickies and Pete's inside both casinos. Chickies and Pete's will have all the big games on all the big screens, and the best bet is the food will be great. The ultimate in-game experience is now the ultimate wager and watch experience at Chickies and Pete's at Parks Casino and Chickies and Pete's at the Tropicana.
Must be 21 or older and gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Take charge of your health with Independence Blue Cross and get access to Achieve Wellbeing, free online tools that make being healthier easier. Manage your health with personalized well-being programs and connect your favorite fitness apps and devices. Plus, you get access to the most doctors and hospitals in the region, from the leader in healthcare for nearly 80 years. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at IPX.com.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, March 16th. On this date in 1997, WCW held its uncensored pay-per-view. In the main event, Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Randy Savage defeated the team of Chris Benoit, Jeff Jarrett, Roddy Piper, and Steve McMichael, and the team of Lex Luger, Scott Steiner, and The Giant in a triangle elimination tag team match. On this date in 1998, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Panama City, Florida. In the main event, Lex Luger and Sting defeated Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage by disqualification. On this date in 2009, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from San Antonio, Texas. In the main event, John Cena fought Edge to a no contest. On this date in 2015, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Des Moines, Iowa. In the main event, Seth Rollins fought Randy Orton to a no contest. This has been Today in Wrestling History, March 16th.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Ron Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch, and well, we had some news ready to go here, and then some breaking news kind of hit courtesy of the interwebs here.
The internet.
We love the interwebs. Yes, this regarding the man and proving why she is the man. None other than Becky Lynch. It says here, this is a report from ringsidenews.com. Got to give the appropriate credit there. Becky Lynch has a lot of fans that care about her, and it turns out she is willing to go the extra mile for her fans too. At a recent signing, one fan had a seizure, and the man jumped to be right at her side. A fan account told about Becky Lynch's babyface actions while explaining what happened. She started out by hopping the rails and taking a picture with a lady who could not make it up the stairs. But the public service didn't stop there, because when a fan started having a seizure, Lynch was right by their side until things got better. According to the fan account, it says, Becky is the nicest person ever, and I haven't even talked to her yet, but a lady was unable to get up the stairs, and she hopped up to run and hug her and sign her picture. I almost forgot to tell you guys, Becky Lynch is a really good person, and the pauses are for things that can't be said over the air. A girl had a seizure in line at the signing, started shaking uncontrollably and couldn't make it up the stairs. Becky ran and held her tight as she could for like 5 minutes until it completely stopped. So good on you, Becky. That is, that's...
Becky.
As it says here, that's exactly the kind of PR that WWE needs, and Becky Lynch is a great representative for the company. There are a lot of WWE superstars who might have done the same thing, but she was there and put her words into action. So that's a nice thing to see here.
That's real nice.
Becky. Feel-good things. And I want to thank my buddy Tim from Northeast Philly for providing that courtesy of the interwebs here and bringing that to my attention. Gotta give the, again, appropriate props here. Now, something that wasn't quite as feel-good, and I probably in hindsight should have reversed the order on this, but pro wrestling manager Yusuke Wally Yamaguchi died this past Saturday at the age of 60. The name might sound familiar, as he attained his greatest fame in the World Wrestling Federation as the manager of the faction Kaientai. Yeah, oh yeah, see, the eyes were like that. Oh yeah, that's who that. In Japan, he also had a number of roles in the 80s and 90s, working for various Japanese promotions in both behind the scenes and in-ring positions, including referee, manager, and commentator. Now, Yamaguchi had suffered a stroke back in December of 2017 that had left him bedridden, but no word as to how that contributed to his passing. Now, Yamaguchi's younger brother, Shun Yamaguchi, works as a WWE broadcast team member.
He's a Japanese commentary.
Alongside Funaki.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, yeah, condolences to the family, for sure, and, yeah, well, what can I say? It's never good when somebody passes.
No.
Also, well, something that is, I guess, finally coming to pass is this is an induction to the Hall of Fame that I guess not a lot of people necessarily think about right away, but when you put it together, it's like, yeah, they definitely deserve to be in. Harlem Heat, Booker T and Stevie Ray.
We're going to have two-time Hall of Famers in one class.
Yeah.
Booker T and Shawn Michaels.
This is true, as Booker T entered as a solo act in 2013. That'll be part of the ceremonies that'll take place in 3 weeks in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. And Harlem Heat joins Degeneration X, Honky Tonk Man, and Tori Wilson as the announced members of the class of 2019.
It's a hell of a lineup.
It is, and
no, you know what else is funny? Last time that Booker T was a part of the inductions was when WrestleMania was at Meadowlands.
It was. Go figure. Only I think then it was at the Izod Center that hosted it,
I
or
think
was it
so.
or was it? No, it was the Garden.
Well,
that's right. The Izod Center had
Garden has got plans.
Yeah, the Garden's got plans this time around. That's true.
An honorable agreement
Absolutely. Some other things of note here, because I do want to get to this. I want to make sure Kofi gets the appropriate time here. WWE and Mars announced on Monday an expanded partnership that will give the Snickers and Skittles candies significant visibility across WWE's global platforms starting at WrestleMania. Snickers will be the exclusive presenting partner of WrestleMania for the 4th consecutive year, and as part of the broadened relationship, Snickers has released 5 limited edition hunger bars as part of the popular You're Not You When You're Hungry campaign. They'll include the catchphrases of 5 WWE superstars on the packaging. So, just as you see the various emotions that you are when you're hungry, they will have Awesome for The Miz, Ravishing for Lana, Glorious for Bobby Roode, Phenomenal for AJ Styles, and Brute for Rusev.
Crush.
And those will be available, I believe, exclusively at Dollar General stores. We know where Twitch is going right after the show.
Yep.
That's just odd,
No.
but good. I like it.
Also, a press release from WWE announcing they eclipsed 1 billion fans through its global social media platforms. And it has various snapshot infos, including just over 500 million total likes on Facebook, over 225 million followers on Instagram, and 221 million followers on Twitter, 46 million YouTube subscribers. And they mentioned that WWE has 15 different social media platforms. I maybe knew about half of them.
Do they still have a tout?
I don't think they have a tout. They did not list it in the...
What about a Periscope?
They did list Periscope. Yeah, they do still have a Periscope.
Huh.
Yeah, who knew, right?
Not me.
And, well, we wanted to bring this up here, and we have just enough time to do this here, as the New Day, they were out on SmackDown and lobbying for Kofi Kingston to get his title shot against Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, and Mr. McMahon, well, he had other ideas.
If I'm being honest, we're not in the mood for you to teach us a damn thing. You watch your mouth.
We're done watching what we say.
You see, we have jumped through every single hoop. We show up for every business appearance, every meet and greet, every signing. Hell, we flew halfway across the world to India for you.
We never threatened to leave if we don't get what we want, yet you still treat us like garbage.
This man, Kofi Kingston, has been here for 11 years. 11 years grinding. This man deserves better. This man deserves more.
This man doesn't deserve a thing. You don't deserve a thing, and you people sure don't deserve a thing. But I don't deserve anything either. No one deserves anything.
Kofi, if you were worthy of being in a championship match, it would have happened a long time ago. I mean, you're impressive. Come on, some of the things you do, you're an extraordinary athlete. Some of the things you do in the Royal Rumble and as of late, awesome, incredible. You're an extraordinary representative of our product. Absolutely, I agree with you. Well, let's face it, Kofi. One day, you'll be in the Hall of Fame, but you won't be in the Hall of Fame. You're not going in by yourself. The only way you go and the only way you deserve to go is a part of New Day. And and come on, let's face it, Kofi, you have a lot of qualities. Believe me, I wish you were up to par. You're just not championship material. As a matter of fact, no, this is not to be a knock, and it's not. I was speaking to someone earlier today in the backstage area, Daniel Bryan, and I think Daniel really hit it right on the mark. He said, Vince, Kofi's awesome, but he's a good B+ player.
Hold up, y'all. No need for y'all to get fired because of me. Hold up, I got it. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm not demanding a title match at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship title. Nah, man, look. 11 years ago, I was just a kid with a dream. And that dream has near come true. I provide a great life for my family. I get to travel the world doing what I love to do, entertaining the WWE universe. I love it. My life is blessed. I never complain about the people that you put ahead of me. I never complain about the time I spend away. I have never complained about the fact that you have never allowed someone like me to compete or contend for the WWE title. I have never complained, and I'm not gonna start complaining now. What I need from you right here, right now, face to face, man to man, is for you to tell me what I need to do so that I can do it.
All you have to do is to beat that man. And beat that man.
Hey, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? This isn't what are you doing?
And to beat those men too. And to beat this one last man, all you have to do next week is beat them in a gauntlet match. You're going to WrestleMania.
A gauntlet match?
This is the opportunity? This is what we waited all night for?
But Kofi's got to do it all on his own. He doesn't have New Day. He's got to defeat Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, The Bar, and Rowan in one night? Are you kidding me?
Oh, no. Rowan's got a hold of Kofi. Oh, and Woods to the rescue. This is a massacre.
It's a death sentence is what it is for the dreams of Kofi Kingston.
We'll see if perhaps there can be some resurrection this coming week on SmackDown as we head a little bit closer to WrestleMania. We'll see if it can occur.
Okay, so I don't think this is what's going to happen, but imagine if they just took the entire episode for this gauntlet match.
2 hours, no. You're right. It's not going to happen, but that would be berserk.
It would be great. And it would also be like, just, that would be something like, because I really hope he gets this match, and hell, I really hope he gets the title at Mania. Because then they can say, he had to fight for 2 hours, he had to fight to get this chance.
And then go from there. Well, we've got about 2 minutes left, so that means it's time for...
Birthday! Oh, stop! Don't take my growl too!
All right, 5 plus 5 Brucey bonuses. So these are going to be super quick. On this date in 1958, Mike McGurk was born, the in-ring announcer for the World Wrestling Federation from 1986 to 1994. She turns 61 today. Yes, I did say she. On this date in 1964, Mark Canterbury was born, the former two-time WWF Tag Team Champion, better known as Henry Godwinn, turns 55 today. On this date in 1965, Stephen James was born, the former United States Tag Team Champion in WCW, better known as Steve Armstrong, part of the Armstrong wrestling family, and also brother of Brian James, better known as the Road Dogg. He turns 54 today. On this date in 1986, Kenneth George Doane was born, the former WWE World Tag Team Champion, better known as Kenny from the Spirit Squad, and Kenny Dykstra, turns 33 today. And on this date in 1988, Brett DiBiase was born, the third-generation wrestler and former FCW Florida Tag Team Champion, grandson of Iron Mike DiBiase, son of the Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase, and also has a couple of brothers who wrestled as well. He's the youngest of the bunch. He turns 31 today. Now to the Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. On this date in 1941, Chuck Woolery was born, the longtime game show host, known for, 2 and 2 from Love Connection, also Scrabble, Greed, Lingo, and the original host of Wheel of Fortune. Take that, Pat Sajak. He turns 78 today. On this date in 1949, Eric Estrada from Chips. He was born. He turns 70 today. Ponch from Chips, the California Highway Patrol officer. On this date in 1955, Bob Lee, the longtime 9-time Emmy Award-winning sports anchor and reporter for ESPN, their longest tenured employee. He joined just 3 days after the network started back in '79. He turned 64 today. On this date in 1959, Flava Flav was born. He turned 60 today, the rapper.
Boy.
And on this date in 1994, Joel Embiid was born, the Philadelphia 76ers center nicknamed The Process. He turns 24 today. That's going to do it for us. Nutsy, do it.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Speak Your Piece with Pat Wanling, weekdays at noon, only on 14.